Don't turn your shoulders for a driver golf swing. Well, maybe a little. Let me explain. I bet you've never heard that before when someone's talking about your golf swing. It's different, but I can tell you I'm going to clarify this for you, and it's going to make a lot of sense and it'll help you improve your golf game. Now, very quickly, before I get started talking about this no shoulder turn in the driver swing, I want to give a very quick mention to a few people asking me about the new irons I've been using. These are the ballistic irons. These are amazing feel, excellent performance. More details down in the description. So let's dive in. Do not turn your shoulders in the driver swing. I was always told a lot of the time, if I hit a poor drive or I didn't get much distance, I was always told you're not turning your shoulders enough. I was always told you need to turn them more. You need to turn more. But if you have a look at how much the shoulders actually really turn the golf swing, it's not much at all. And in fact, you don't want to just turn the shoulders on their own. So let me explain why. If I'm standing here like this, I'll show you from a few different angles. The shoulders on their own independently do not rotate or turn much at all. So from here, if I'm in my golf posture here, let's have a look at my trail shoulder for me, which is my right shoulder. If I try to move it or rotate it on its own, independent of my chest and my core and the rest of my body, this is about how far I can move or rotate or turn my shoulder. That's how far it goes, not very far at all. So from face on, in a golf swing posture, that's how far it goes. It's probably only about maybe 45, 50 degrees, depending on your flexibility. You can see there, I'm not making a full, what would be deemed a full turn in a golf swing. If I grab a club and I just try to turn this trail shoulder, or even both shoulders for that matter, on their own, forget about the rest of the body, that's about as far as I can go. I'll turn around here. That's about as far as I can turn or rotate that shoulder on its own. That's how far they move, which is not much at all. So if you've been told you need to turn or rotate your shoulders more, effectively what you're being told is to do more of this. Now, you can see there that my swing's very narrow. I haven't got any width at all like this, but this is as far as the shoulder can go. Different for everyone depending on flexibility. This is how far it goes. You know, not very far at all. A much more simplified and better way of thinking about it, which will help you get more power, distance, and consistency, is think about turning the core more and turning the chest more. When you do that, your shoulders will rotate more as a result. So let's get rid of the club. Face on, if I think about turning this core section more and my chest more, let's have a look and see what happens. Got a golf posture, turning here and here, turning. Look at this, I can just keep going. Made my full 90-degree turn. I can even go further than that, depending on your flexibility. From this angle, let's turn the core and the chest. That's the thought I want you to have, turning the core and the chest, turning together. Look how far I can just rotate around. The shoulders just come along for the ride. And look how far I can turn there. So from here, core, chest turning. I can really get a nice wide wind up, get a lot more power and a lot more consistency. It allows me to get width in the swing. So from face on here with the club, let's focus on turning, moving the core and the chest together all in one piece. Got our driver. This is the same principle for your irons as well, but it's a common one for the driver because we want to get more distance off the tee, and this is a feel to have. Feel like you're turning that core or that chest. Whatever feels right to you, turn them together. And look at that, we can make a full 90-degree shoulder turn. So it's not really a shoulder turn, it's more like a body turn in our backswing. Setting yourself up for a nice powerful drive. Let's have a look down the line. Just going to turn that core and chest all in one piece. To there. Now, If you have flexibility issues or there's some reason why you can't feel like you can turn as much, that doesn't matter, that's fine, because we've got our driver here. If you can only get to here, just say you can only get to here, as long as you're thinking about moving that core and that chest, you can still generate a stack of power with what people might deem a half backswing, because you've moved that core and that chest together to here. You can still make a powerful golf swing from here. Let's have a look from the back angle, back to the camera. We're going to move that core and that chest area together. We're going to turn those together. And we've made our nice big wide backswing. And that is how you can get a nice bigger wind up, more power in your golf swing, and a lot better timing. So I want you to forget about really that thought of just turning those shoulders independently on their own. Think more of the bigger muscles of the core and the chest doing the turning, and you're going to be a lot more consistent on the golf course. Now, a great way to practice this, you've probably seen this drill before. I've seen Rory McIlroy doing it. It works really well. Just grab a club. You're probably wondering why he's doing this. Put it across your chest or just the top of your shoulders there. You've just got to watch out for my mic. Get in your golf posture and focus on getting the club head pointing down towards roughly where the golf ball would be. And you can see the only way to do that is to move your chest and your core. If I just did with my shoulder, this is moving my chest and my core. I can point down to where the ball would be. But if I was just to move my shoulder, you can see I can't get the rotation that I need to make a really powerful backswing. So you've got to get those bigger muscles of the core and the chest doing the rotating to there. And you can pretty much swap it around at the downswing. This is the same for your irons. Don't think turn shoulders, really important. And that is a great drill to practice when you're on the practice tee, even as a pre-shot routine before you're about to hit your golf shot. It's going to make a massive difference in your ball striking. Give that a shot. I know that will help you squeeze out a few extra yards with your driver and be a lot more consistent. Got an important video coming up because this is going to show you one of the best drills around for shallowing the golf club in the downswing and being more consistent. So make sure you watch this video. It's coming up.